Central America is one of the most biodiverse areas on the planet, an environmental paradise acting as a bridge that joins the two portions of the continent, a linkage that includes Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Panama, and also including the Dominican Republic within the framework of the Central American Integration System, CICA in Spanish, where these 8 countries work on a major axis, the conservation of forests and biodiversity through CCAD. But despite this exuberant nature, the Central American territory also has been damaged by rapid and progressive deterioration of forest cover. This situation threatens the entire continent by affecting vital ecological functions and processes. Globally, deforestation and degradation of tropical forests generate about 18% of anthropogenic emissions of greenhouse gases, GHGs. To assess the actual state of forest cover, there is a need to monitor the territory capturing information as reliably as possible. There are 2 basic elements needed to carry out the tasks of monitoring forest resources. The first one is through satellite remote sensing, and the second one is to capture field information by conducting forest inventories. This is one of the challenges assumed by the REDD CCAD GIZ regional program through the component of forest monitoring and report. The goal is to provide professionals and technicians of the participating countries a set of tools to facilitate access to this data. These initiatives define and segregate information covering all processes that are unique to forest monitoring activities. All these processes are still being digitally systematized and are summarized in a series of applications developed and arranged in a single site. The first one is a satellite images bank and forest cover maps. Essentially, geographic data and pre-processed satellite images are stored and in their original formats for use with Geographic Information Systems, GIS, and remote sensing applications. This applies in mapping and geographic analysis specifically related to forest resources and their dynamics. The Deforestation Alert System is used to gather timely information on areas at risk of degradation and deforestation. Quarterly and yearly images are combined at the regional level, calculating the percentage of forest coverage in each pixel, and in so doing, be able to periodically identify those areas presenting where there might be a greater probability to suffer degradation or deforestation, attempting in that manner to have early measures for avoiding these processes. Beyond the information provided by remote sensors, access to field data is required to supplement the results obtained from the above. To this end, 3 specific applications are being developed to support field data collection and processing. There is ongoing work on Plus Species in situ, which is a web and local application that stores tree species found in Central America and the Dominican Republic. It incorporates recognition keys for species identification either directly in the field, in a first stage, and in a cabinet on a second detailed stage. Plus protocol has been developed to meet the needs of technical capacity building. On this site, users can move through the various stages of development of an inventory of forest resources. It is a practical guide which aims to provide potential users interested in development forest inventories with basic technical elements for the planning, execution, processing, and analysis of results. Software plus Bosque can process field data. This application was developed to work with forest inventories and deliver the results needed for forest management planning and convert them into useful information for the challenging task of quantifying the amount of carbon in inventory areas. Plus Bosque Resultados was developed to disseminate these results and to ensure that the resulting information from forest inventory processing becomes known by technicians, professionals, and managers who require information quickly and with enough level of detail for their daily activities, especially those that relate to forest resources conservation and sustainable management. In order to generate information on the forest carbon stocks in the region, the collection of information from remote sensors and field data is centralized in a digital platform called Plus Carbono. The basic concept is its ability to display both outcomes and sources associated with the calculation of carbon stock, showing progress and lack of key information to make the best possible estimates, incorporating the constant updating of these sources and keeping professionals and decision makers informed at all times regarding carbon sequestration, although there are no specific studies on this topic. The dynamics and outcomes of the various applications have been the basis for the development of a web platform focused on monitoring, data visualization, and the query of forest resources data within the context of the regional multi-level forest monitoring system for Central America and the Dominican Republic. We refer to the Google Earth visualization platform associated to the program to potentiate the use and spreading of specific data at different levels, using as baseline information the geographic data of Google Earth, and as complementary data, those generated by the countries and at the regional level. The applications mentioned have been integrated in a web platform that collects the most relevant information related to the forest sector of the countries in the region, leaving available to the users a series of technical inputs gained for the development of monitoring systems of forest resources, plus conocimiento, links to the documentation center and the community of knowledge. All these tools and inputs have been grouped in one place, the Regional Forest Resources Database for Central America and the Dominican Republic. It consolidates relevant forest-related information in the region, and access to the applications described is swift and expeditious, all useful to develop forest resources monitoring systems. It is important to consider that the work of REDD, CCAD, GIZ is only a catalyst for the efforts of the countries involved, and that each development is only a first step towards a larger goal, which is to adequately address the effects of climate change on the region and its direct relation to forests.